So over the weekend, a couple of my friends and I wanted to go see a movie. The only problem is we had no idea what we wanted to see. So at one point, one of my friends was just like, you know what, screw it. Let's go see Joy. So here I am. So the movie Joy is about a young woman played by Jennifer Lawrence who goes into the business of selling inventions and hoping for the best. Now that's a pretty risky business and she has a lot of trouble along the way. But all in all, this is an uplifting, pretty well thought out and enjoyable story. I liked it a lot. The character Joy is very likable. She goes through a lot of stress and trouble, as shown most definitely in the beginning and towards the middle. Pretty much all the way through, she has a lot of struggles that she has to deal with to reach her goal and get to where she wants to be. And that's, for me, is pretty uplifting and inspiring. I mean, a lot of people have big goals, but can't reach them easily. It's a tough business, and we're shown that in a realistic and respectful way. I thought that was a really good aspect of Joy. Another really great aspect was Jennifer Lawrence's performance. She did really well. She had me convinced that she was a woman getting into business, struggling with two kids, an ex-husband, and parent trouble, and just all in all, you believed her performance and you felt like you were watching an actual person rather than just an actor. So I thought that was really handled well. She deserves at least one award for this movie because she did a really good job. I enjoyed watching Joy. It was a fun, uplifting tale. So I will say I did have a few problems with this movie. They're very minor. I mean, this wasn't, I think by the end of it, my friends and I all agreed that this isn't actually a movie we would normally go see in theaters. Like I said at the beginning, that's kind of just a thing where, like, you know, we're going to see a movie, let's just go see this. So it was, I don't want to say it was a last second thought, because we did put some thought into it. We heard good things about Jennifer Lawrence's performance, and I mean, we heard right, she did a great job. But I think at the end of the day, we all agreed this isn't a movie we would all regularly go to see in the theaters. But that being said, it was a movie that I think we all agreed that we were glad we went and saw in theaters because it was an enjoyable time, it was an uplifting tale, and it had some great performances in it. Robert De Niro did a really good job in this film, but I think Jennifer Lawrence is the standout. So I've kind of gotten through the good things about this movie. I'll get through the bad. Uh, they weren't really big problems, just things I should point out. This movie has a lot of cliches in it. I mean, being an uplifting underdog to rags to riches tale, you're going to have some of that. But I think for the most part, the cliches are handled pretty well. They're done realistically and believably, but they are still cliches. And the ones that aren't handled as well, they kind of stick out. For example, there's always the people like, oh, you can't do this because you're an underdog and you'll never reach this high level of respect and success. So there's a bit of that, but it's very minor, and it didn't really shake my enjoyment of the film as a whole. And like I said, Jennifer Lawrence's performance throughout made it all believable, and it just made you feel like you were watching a person with actual problems. I felt like there was really all around good performances in this film. There wasn't any really bad standout performances. Obviously Jennifer Lawrence is the highlight of the film for performances, but there wasn't really any people who drug the movie down. So I thought in that department, in the acting department, good job, A+. The story is interesting, actually. Like I said before, it's a rags to riches story. There's some interesting plot devices used, though. For example, the mother of Jennifer Lawrence's character, Joy, watches soap operas, and Joy will sometimes fall asleep near the TV and be pulled into the soap opera in her dream. and deal with her stress in an interesting way, shape, or form. Now, when I first saw this, when they first cut to this dream sequence, I was like, oh no. I hope this isn't going to be all weird and goofy, but it was handled in a pretty realistic and relatable way. I thought they did a good job with that. It was unique and it was something different. So I think for what Joy did differently, it succeeded in. Like I said, there's cliches that could have been done better, but hey, they're there. We just gotta deal with them. And it's nothing too major. So all in all, I really enjoyed Joy. It was a good movie. I guess you could say it brought me a lot of joy. I'm sorry. Please don't turn off the video. So I recommend Joy. Go see it. I wouldn't say see it in theaters. This might be a movie you want to wait till it gets on DVD to rent it or maybe even buy it. I don't know. Do whatever you want. You can see it in theaters if you want, but I feel like this is more of a rent a DVD option for this movie. It's a good time. It's enjoyable. It's an uplifting tale. Joy's character is a very good role model. I feel like a lot of people, young people, wanting to get into business or anything really, any big dream they have, should watch this movie because Joy is a very good role model, and for the most part, she handles her problems really well and maturely. So yeah, that's a big bonus. There's not a lot of movies that can do that well without coming off as cheesy or forced. So yeah, good job. And kudos to Jennifer Lawrence. She did a really good job. The director did well too. Pretty much all the performances were well. Uh, yeah, so well done. It was a good, enjoyable movie. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.